So the first thing we're going to do is apply a moisturizer. I apply it in a thin layer all over the face. Next, take a foundation brush and apply your foundation wherever you need it. So I like to put it behind my nostrils, on my forehead, on my cheekbones, and around my chin. Next, I used a beauty blender to blend in the foundation. This is a new product for me, but I really like it. It gives almost an airbrush finish to the skin, and you can't really achieve that sort of texture with a brush. And it's actually also what Kim Kardashian's makeup artist uses on her, and her skin always looks so flawless. Next, I added a little bit of bronzer. I just used this NYC Sun and Bronze bronzer, and I use this tapered blending brush, and I really prefer a warm bronzer on the face. So next, I filled in the brows using this Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil. It's actually two-sided. The shade I used was medium ash, and I just filled them in very lightly and used the spoolie to kind of spread out the product. So next, I applied my eyeshadow base. I use this MAC Select cover-up. It's actually an under-eye concealer, but I like the consistency and it works well as a base too. And I also used a flat brush to just sort of carve out the bottom line of my brow. So for the eyeshadow, I started with this Makeup Forever neutral kind of medium brown shade, and I applied it with a MAC 217 brush. Next, I used this Sigma E47 small shader brush and MAC Corduroy eyeshadow to apply the crease shade. But by keeping the eye open while you apply the eyeshadow, you can see where the eyeshadow will sit while your eyes are open, so it's a better indicator of how it will look in general. To highlight the brow bone, I use this Preferred Blonde Marilyn Monroe shade from MAC, but really any white shimmery shadow will work. And then I also packed it onto the lid using the same brush. I also added some of the white shimmery color around the tear ducts of my eyes. That's a really important step and an easy way to brighten up the eyes. Next, shade the lower lash line. Kim uses a lot of metallic and shimmery shades, so I use this copper shade to bring out the green in my eyes. Next, I applied the top liner using Smolder eye pencil from MAC. Using a pencil liner will give you a softer line. I kept it kind of thinner towards the inside of the eye, and then on the outside I made the liner thicker. I didn't worry about applying it too perfectly just yet, because next I used a small Sigma brush to blend out the eyeliner. And then because the liner gets a little bit gray when you're smudging it out, I applied a liquid liner along the lash line so that it's really dark at the lashes and then fades upward. Next, I used this Sigma E17 brush and applied some MAC Dip Down to the lower lash line. MAC Dip Down is a brown gel eyeliner, and I made it darkest in the center of the eye. Next, I used a white eye pencil from MAC called Fascinating and lined the waterline. This is an easy way to create the illusion of bigger eyes. Before applying mascara, I curled the lashes with a lash curler. Next, I applied my favorite mascara, which is Maybelline Great Lash. I like to apply the mascara in several coats in order to achieve like big voluminous lashes. Because Kim always wears really big voluminous lashes, I added these Monda number 150 eyelashes. Next, I contoured the nose using the small blending brush from Sigma and one of the darker cream colors in this Graftobian palette. Then I applied my under eye concealer. Kim wears her under eye concealer almost in a triangle shape, from the inner corner of her eye, straight down to the nostril, and back to the outer corner of the eye. Then I used the smaller side of the Beauty Blender and really pressed the product into my skin. Then I applied this Ben Nye powder on top of the concealer. I let it sit there for a second, and then I took a makeup brush and brushed it off. What you're doing when you do that is allowing the powder to set. After I applied my under eye concealer, I used a tapered blending brush and applied pink blush just to the apples of my cheeks. I took the concealer and dragged it just underneath the cheekbone. I did this to create a clean line and to really define the cheekbone. Then I took the Beauty Blender and blended the foundation, making sure not to disturb the line that I just created. And then I took the banana powder again and applied it in a thin layer all the way around the face. So since these eyes are pretty neutral, you can wear it with pretty much whatever lip shade you want. You can pair it with an orangey red color. You could do a light pink look, or you could even wear a purple shade. Oh, dude. And it's crazy.